Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to this segment of Khoj Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. Our recitation is from Gauri Mahalla Panjama. Gauri Mahalla Panjama, Man Raam Naam Gun Gaiai, Neet Neet Har Seviya, Saas Saas Har Tyaiya, Rahau. संत संग हर मन वसै, दुख दर्द अनेरी भ्रम नसै। संत प्रसाद हर जापियै, सो जन दुख न व्यापियै। जाको गुर हर मंत्र दे, सो उबरया माया अगन ते। नानक को प्रभ मया कर, मेरे मन तन वासै। नाम हर नानक को प्रभ मया कर, मेरे मन तन वासै। नाम हर। An invitation from the fifth Nanak. Man Raam Naam Gun Gaiai. Let's apply the excellences of the self to our minds. Again, this is about self-realization. Neet neet har seviya, saas saas har tyaiya. Attend to the eternal har self within. Cultivate self-awareness through attentive listening. That is the central message of this passage. And let's break down these lines to see what the intended meaning is. Raam Naam Gun Gaiai. Raam Naam symbolizes, it's a symbol, an indicator for Ram consciousness. And what is Ram consciousness? Ram consciousness is a state of perfected or universal awareness. Because Ram means that one which is all pervasive, ramya hoya. So therefore, that state of consciousness is what we have to strive for. Now, how does one get to know the Ram, the all-pervasive self or consciousness that we have to achieve? It is best understood through its qualities or attributes. So therefore, the mind must be brought upon to reflect on these qualities and attributes. Neet neet har seviya, saas saas har tyaiya. Neet neet means at every moment, to signify that the self is eternal. In other words, this awareness, this perfected awareness is eternal. It is always there. Seviya, which literally means to serve, also means to bring one's attention to the object of one's service. And here, the object is not a physical thing. The self is not a physical thing. It's awareness. So what we have to do is turn our attention within. And how is that done? Sant sang har man vasai, dukh dard aneri param nasai. The guidance of the teacher, we need a mentor, a guide. And for us, the Sikhs, the guide is present in the form of a text, the Granth Sahib. So we need a mentor. We need a guide, an inner guide that will actually move us inwards. What that really means is we are now transitioning from a conceptual view of the world, which is where we normally live, to an intuitive sense of the world, to intuition. That is the jump from our ordinary consciousness to Ram consciousness. So you need a guide to carry you across the boundary of conceptualization and intuition. So Sant Sang Har Man Vasai means that a Sant is one who is what they call shant, meaning peaceful, or rather one who is tranquil and who is in harmony. So that is a pointer to the guide. And now we have to remember that when this was written by the fifth Nanak, the mentor was present as an embodiment in the shape of Guru Ram Das, the fourth Nanak. Today, for us, that embodiment is in the text. So Sant is one who is tranquil. Sant Sang. Sang means association, as in coming together. It also means a junction, a union, or a confluence. So one has to come together in physical association with the mentor, but that association must lead to an inner confluence as well with the inner Sant. And then the Guru says, Dukh dard aneri param naseh. Then all distress, all pain, and all doubt vanishes. What does he mean by that? Sorrow, pain, darkness, doubt are being referred to here in an existential sense. So in Gurmat, birth and death are considered to be the root for all pain and sorrow, and ignorance of the real self within us, of our authentic nature, is the cause of all darkness and doubt. So one shouldn't labor under the impression that one will become magically immune from the ups and downs of life, but rather that one will have cultivated in oneself the insulating and protective armor. And what is that? It is the armor of acceptance, santok. To accept things as they are, to give up all resistance within. And the Guru goes on to say, Sant prasad har japiya, so jan dukh na vyapya. This is a continuation. The Har self manifests within through the guidance of the mentor. And if one is so graced, there is an element of grace, then the sense of sorrow departs, because you then perceive reality for what it is. You're no longer laboring under an illusion. Jaako gur har mantra de, so ubraya maya aganate. When the Guru gives the method, mantra, to achieve Har consciousness, then one is saved, meaning one understands the true nature of reality. Gur Har Mantra De is a term that we should spend a moment on, because a mantra is commonly understood as a mystical syllable that has to be chanted by the devotee. But in the Indian tradition, it has a long history. It comes from the words man and tra. Man refers to the mind, broadly speaking, because it includes not just the mind as a noun, but it includes intentionality, will, desire, emotion. All of these psychological feelings, emotions That is what it means. Something that has the power of intentionality. That is man. And the root tra refers to instrumentality, as in yantra, an instrument. So this is the instrument of the mind. The mantra is the instrument of the mind. You see, it has a long history in the Indian traditions, but much misunderstood. It was initially used for versified texts of the Vedas because it was believed, rightly, that the words of the Vedas had a potency that could enable the mind to transcend into this Ram consciousness. But the problem being that over time, the whole idea became corrupted and acquired magical overtones, and mantra came to be equated as a wish-fulfilling charm. Now, we know that that runs counter to the Sikh way of thinking. So for a Sikh, we should think of the mantra as Guru Nanak's Bani, his speech, his words. That is a mantra for us, because Gurbani is idea embedded, which means that it has to be transmitted from the Guru mind, Gurmat, to the individual ego mind, Haume, and it can only be transmitted through the instrumentality of words. Even though words are symbols for ideas and cannot describe the idea fully, which means that the individual who listens to these words has to unearth the meaning anew. And the Guru concludes by saying, Nanak ko prabh maya kar mere man tan vase naam har. Guru Nanak, the nom de plume that all the Gurus have used. Nanak prays to the merciful Prabh self. Nanak ko prabh maya kar. May the light of its wisdom, Prabh means wisdom, shine within the mind and heart. That is what we wish to do, and that is the invitation from the fifth Nanak in this passage. Apply the mind, will the mind, turn its attention to the highest self within you. On that note, until the next time, Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.